Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this literally does not work. Let me turn the TV down a little bit here. I am doing some work here in the shop here. We've got some cabinets I've been working on all day and stuff. And no, these aren't skis that we got here. Actually, there's some shelves I got to make. So the Dallas Cowboys have officially released Taco Charlton. He has left the building. Um, what we thought was going to be Taco Sundays, crunchy, mind you, just never came about. You know, trying to remember who said it. It may have been Doc. Okay. Now listen. Yeah, Eric Berry's still a free agent for a reason. There's a reason why he's still a free agent because nobody wants to take a chance on that foot. He's got heel spurs that have not healed. So, you know, the Cowboys seem to know what they're doing for the most part in player acquisition. If they believe, I mean, they took a chance on Jalen Smith. Remember, nobody else was taking a chance on Jalen Smith but the Cowboys. But they saw something there about him. Now, the good news on Xavier Woods is it doesn't look like it's going to be a 4 to 6 week injury. It's not as bad as what they thought. So I think that they're ready to actually roll the dice on that one and say no. Why bring in an old guy? I say no on Eric Berry because then you're we got man Devin Wilson. I'm having a brain fart here. Too much dust and stuff. So I'd say no on Eric Berry. He hasn't played significant time in 3 years. So now you're talking about a guy who hasn't played in 3 years, bringing him in there. Do you really want to have a chance where he gets burnt down deep? So no, not no on that one. The Eagles are beat down. Devin Smith, that's it, Devin Smith, right. So Taka was gone. It's kind of sad that we had that first round draft pick, but I don't want to hear anybody say that Cowboys suck at drafting because you look at all the players they've drafted in the first rounds, from Tyron Smith to Travis Frederick, from Zach Martin, Des Bryant. You know, we've been pretty blessed with what we've been able to do with first round draft picks. But you can't hit with everybody. But I think it was Doc Walker who had said that, sometimes not everybody is in love with playing football. And understand, maybe Taco really wasn't. Taco, remember, he wasn't. He was a 1 year starter in college, had a pretty good year, was very, very raw, and the Cowboys drafted him out of necessity because we didn't know that DeMarcus Lawrence was going to become the guy that he became. And you had to look and say, we don't have any edge rushers and we need a guy. And we thought Taco. Oh, and also, too, here's the other thing. Because we were drafting so late in the round, you started seeing all these edge rushers and stuff go off the board. Now, for the Cowboys, you could look and say, yeah, they kind of screwed up because we could have had TJ Watt, which is true. TJ was there, but he did not fit what the Cowboys mold was for edge rushers. He was faster, but he didn't have the size and the length. And the Cowboys have this thing that they love bigger defensive ends and pass rushers. So that's where they said, no on TJ Watt. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. A lot of people said we were stupid for getting Jalen Smith, that the guy may never play. Yeah, but that one worked out pretty good. A lot of people said we should have went for Johnny Manziel, right? But we went for Zach Martin, and he's the best guard in football. So you can't hit all the time. And let's face it. Okay, let's think about this now. How many times are the experts right? Okay, right now they're talking about, are the Dallas Cowboys? Let me raise this up some. Are the Dallas Cowboys the best team in the NFC right now? Right? Remember, 6 weeks ago, ESPN was having us ranked 19th in the NFL. They talked about Dak Prescott, third-tier quarterback. Well, right now, he's third in yardage in the NFL, tied for touchdown passes. And right now, has the most TDs since 2016 at 92. So, nobody is right with football all the time. So it's Taco equals Randy Gregory. But see, Randy Gregory actually did a little bit more on the field when he was actually able to get on the field. That's the difference. If Randy Gregory were eligible, he'd be getting on the field. Taco can't even bust practice. So I'm okay because, see, Taco, I think more than anything else, Taco ended up being kind of a whiner. That he felt he was entitled to be on the field as opposed to proving it. And, Charles, I brought this up earlier. Charles Haley basically said, I question his football IQ and I question his desire. And if you don't really want to play out there, I'm going to tell you, you're going to get your ass hurt. Playing in the NFL ain't no joke. And you got to have your mind right. You have to be a wild man that wants to succeed. So, yeah. Taco's a bust. We got that. It's all good, though. It's all good. We'll be okay. I'm actually happier that they said bye-bye Taco than to keep on holding on to a guy that doesn't want to be here. Because I think more than anything else, our team is actually blessed that we have a good group of guys that aren't really whiners. We've gotten rid of the guys that are going to throw you under the bus. The guys that really and truly aren't here because they want to be here. And I believe guys when they say, I want to be a Cowboy for life. That's the kind of guys I want. People that actually care about that star in their head as opposed to just saying, I'm a free agent. I'm going to get the most money where I want to go. What am I making? Oh, man. Well, what we're going to do, we found out that this week that the Cowboys are actually going to be on TV here in the D.C. area because the Redskins are going to be losing on Monday night. I say that because they always lose on Monday night, and they got some real issues. So what we're going to do, my wife wants to have a back to football party. So she wants to invite some people from work. So she's like, well, we got to spend the day dusting and cleaning up everything. And she keeps looking at my man cave like, there's just so much stuff. You got collections of things that are cute and all that, but it's just kind of like too much everywhere. So I have these these shelves that I've made that look like football laces. And there's like 5 of them that are down there in the man cave. And she's like, well, maybe you should make like 1 or 2 really big ones and make it so that way you can put more stuff on there. So that way, yeah. Good luck with finding a happy wife. I love my wife, but having one totally happy is like finding a unicorn. So what it is, see, this is looks like football lace. So we'll put shot glasses on these. We can have stuff hanging from that one, and we can put bigger glasses on the top for the bar. You're surrounded by Saints fans. Ones that still claim to be Redskin fans. I'm surrounded by them, but we still have a lot of Cowboy fans as well. So, but I'm feeling good about our team right now. We've got some injuries like everybody, but we can at least still practice, unlike the Eagles. Just think of the difference it makes on that defense, and they've already got that offense. So we'll go through and paint this up, and I'll put this on the wall down there, and boom, I can put that means I can buy more stuff. Just seemed like Taco always had this look like, I don't give a F. You know what I'm saying? It's he just never looked like he was really that into it. Like, yeah, I'm here, but I'm not really here. That's a lot. That's going to be a lot of shot glasses. How about them Cowboys? How's everybody doing this evening? I've been, all right, so here's the deal, guys. This is one of those things, if you want to be part of it, you need to do it sooner than later. Okay? I think I'm going to the Eagles game in Dallas. I've contacted my boys and said, listen, road trip. To Dallas. Cowboys versus Eagles. I want to go. It's October 20th, and I want to be there for our Dallas Cowboys. And if you guys want to go to save some money, we can drive instead of fly. And so I think Foot says he wants to go. Clarence wants to go. Michael Anthony Fitness wants to go. Philly Cowboy fan says he wants to go. And my buddy Daniel Hernandez may want to go. So we may rent like a expedition and hit the road, Jack. But don't you come back no more. Oh, sorry. We'll hit the road and head for Dallas for that game, because that game is going to be key for us. Does that look like a football lace? Giant football lace? Yeah, that's what I want to see too. Is I want to see them loose. Let's see. This is what I got. I'm filling the screw holes and stuff in there, but we'll put shot glasses all throughout this at the bar. So I'm gonna make 2 of these. I'm crafty. Yeah, I'm gonna paint it white. It's gonna be painted white, just like laces. So I have some down there now, but they're smaller ones. So I'm gonna okay. We're keeping politics out of this channel. This is not a political channel, so you do you, General Lee. Okay, we're talking about football and we're working in the man cave. Okay, because I don't feel like having any fights in here. No. I do not want Ramsey. Do not want Ramsey, because see, I'm one of those kind of guys that believe you don't leave a situation because things are bad. I'm going to tell you from personal experience. Here's what you want. I'm trying to remember how it goes. When you got money, you got lots of friends. When you don't, they don't come around. And that is the truth. And what that basically says is, when you have good times, everybody wants to be around for the party. But when you know how you really know you have somebody, or you have a really true and blue friend or a partner or a wife, is when you go through shit. Because it's easy to say, you know what? This sucks. I'm out. You're playing football. You need to have somebody who's ready to go to war with you. Not somebody that's going to tuck and run because shit is hard. You don't want somebody that's just there because, hey, we're about to win the Super Bowl. You want somebody who's down there, down and dirty in the fourth quarter, when shit is bad, when things are looking bleak, that you know that they got your back. You want to be in a foxhole with a guy that'll tuck and run, that's a coward? No. You want somebody who's there because they're there, they got your back, good times and bad. Fuck this, I'll just go to another team. You guys are losers, I'm out of here. No. How about you try and turn these guys around? How about you accept responsibility for the shit that you did wrong? How about you try and make the situation better? That's the kind of guy I want. I don't want somebody who's just a hired gun, who's just here because they see, oh, the Cowboys are good. Because that, my friends, by definition, is a freaking bandwagon, and I don't want no goddamn bandwagon. All these people now that are turning around, oh, Dak Prescott, he's my quarterback, he's my guy. Yeah, I love me some Dallas Cowboys, that are going out there and buying shit and wearing it now. that didn't do that shit last year, the first 8 games when shit was looking bad. All these people that are on my channel, you know what? I just can't do this anymore. I'll see you next year. You know what? I don't want you on my team. I don't want you here now that it's good times. Because you know what? My ass was here taking shit for Dak Prescott when everybody was saying, dink and dunk Dak trash cut. You're an idiot for supporting that guy. That guy's a bum. You're an idiot for believing in him. What? You're still choosing root for the Cowboys? All these people laughing, ha ha ha, you basement bitches, you suck. Your coach sucks, your owner sucks, your team sucks. I took that shit every single day and did not waver about my Dallas Cowboys. I put in the work. I suffered. I was there watching every single minute of every game and stayed there loyal and true through the bad times. And now, hey, I'm enjoying some good times. So all these players that are out here whining and crying about their situation, my team sucks. Did you hear any of my players last year? A single one of them last year when we were 3-5? Did you hear any of them say, I want to go someplace else? Did you hear any of them pointing fingers and saying, you know, this team sucks, the coach sucks? Did you see any one of them out there going after a coach like Greg Hardy did? No. They were there because they realized shit is tough, but I got your back. So I don't want that Jalen Ramsey. I know he's got talent. I know he can play some ball. But you know what? The whole trash talking. Because, see, the thing that bothers me about, it's okay if you're going to trash talk. It's okay if you're going to trash talk. I got that. It's a new era. You're going to talk that talk. But you know what, buddy? You know what, Jalen Ramsey? Here's the thing. And same thing with you, Odell Beckham Jr. You guys that talk the shit when things are good. Oh, yeah, man. We got after that ass. Look at me. I'm the best in the world. Well, you better damn sight be ready to take it when you can't back that shit up. That is the truth. Because then, what Jalen Ramsey do when the Cowboys kick that ass? What did Jalen Ramsey do after talking that shit about Dak Prescott? What did he do? What does Odell Beckham do when he screws up in a game? What does he do? I don't remember. Next question. I'm out of here. I don't want somebody like that. As a friend, as a wife, as a teammate, I don't want those people, even fans out there. So all of you guys that are now hopping on the Cowboys bandwagon that will jump right off at the first sign of trouble, and there will be trouble. We will have some bad times this year, and those ones that jump off, stay the hell off. So, sorry I lost my cool there, but I don't want bandwagon players. I don't want bandwagon fans. I don't want those kind of guys. I want guys that when shit gets tough, they get going. They put it in another notch, another gear. They get rolling. They go ahead and no, I can't eat Snickers. Get back of my keto. Get back of my keto. Hang on a second. I got to get my battery. See, what you guys gotta understand, sometimes it's not always the most talented people that win or that succeed. Sometimes it's the people who work the hardest. They put in that extra effort. See, here's the thing about Dak Prescott. Dak brushed all that stuff off. He didn't listen to anybody. What Dak did is, I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep practicing. I'm going to keep studying. I'm going to keep pounding on it. So every single day, I get a little bit better. No, Eric Berry, too old, hasn't played significant time in 3 years. If he had anything in the tank, one of those teams that worked him out would have brought him in. Eric Berry is done, okay? Stop listening to stuff, about, oh, Eric Berry, get him. Because here's what happens with a lot of people. What you think about is when they played really, really good. When you think about Michael Vick, oh, you're thinking about Atlanta Falcons days. Man, Michael Vick was okay, but people didn't realize when he got to the Steelers, he wasn't that Michael Vick anymore. He was done. It's like Dez Bryant. In your mind, you're still remembering Dez Bryant 2014, Dez Bryant out jumping guys, but the problem is Dez Bryant's body hasn't been that way in 5 years. Okay? Guys get old rapidly. People still kept thinking about Eli Manning, 2-time Super Bowl MVP. Well, that Super Bowl was 2012, 6 years ago. There's a lot of time in there. People will think about RG3. Remember that rookie year in 2013? What did he do since that time? Guys get old overnight. It's a young man's game. And see, this is what the Dallas Cowboys have an advantage. They were fortunate that they basically turned over the whole roster. They got young guys that have a better chance of staying healthy, that will recover faster. We're a young team. But not only having those young guys, they got thrown into the fire. Jalen Smith, Van Der Esch, those guys got a lot of playing time and experience. Your Antoine Woods, your Malik Collins. You have young guys that have experience. So not only are they young and healthy, but they actually are playing like veterans that have been there for years. So when you look at the Eagles right now, who can't keep guys healthy because they have a lot of aging veterans. Look at the list of the guys that are hurting. They're their older players. Deshaun Jackson, groin problem. Sean Jeffries, he's been around for a while. Fletcher Cox. They end up having guys that are older that are having a harder time staying on the field. We have younger guys that will recover faster. Even though we're going to have surgery for Michael Gallup, they're talking about 2 to 4 weeks after having surgery. No, don't bring back that. No, there's no. Why would you bring back Dez? Look at Devin Street, what he's able to do. He's been waiting for 3 years. He doesn't have mileage on his body. He's catching that pass. He's not finger tipping and going out of bounds. He's not 50-50 where the ball's going down. Why would you go ahead and bring Dez Bryant? You're going to sit Amari Cooper? You're going to sit Randall Cobb? Come on. Forget these old guys. Stick with the young guys. Come on, man. It can be. It can be if we have some luck with health. We get some luck with some calls. And we don't have those major injuries. Oh my God. Well, I do hate Philadelphia. I'm not hating on Philadelphia, but I'm pointing. Listen, you know what? I'm fired up today. Okay, you know what? Screw all of you people that think that I'm automatically hating somebody when I talk about them. I'm not hating, I'm pointing out the situation. If the Philadelphia Eagles cannot practice because they have too many people hurt, that is a fact. That is not me hating on it. I didn't go up there with a club and a bat and beat them down so they can't practice. They are injured, and there's a reason why they're injured. Because I'm pointing out that they're older. How is that me hating on the Eagles? It is a fact. It's not hating. I'm not going, the Eagles are hurt down. What the hell? What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you? It's not hating when you're talking about another team. In the same way, now, this is what's hating. When I say Matty Ice sucks and he's a choker, that's hating. Actually, that's a fact. But it's still hating, okay? I'm not hating on the Eagles. I'm pointing out a fact. They cannot practice today because they don't have enough healthy bodies. They are one of the older teams in the NFL. They have gone through, they've decided, we're going for older veteran talent. We're getting older veteran talent that have experience that we can plug in. It'll be easy for them to learn the system because they've been there. But with that is a risk of being an older player who is going to have a harder time staying healthy. The more you get injured, the easier it is to get injured. It's like Tony Romo. When Tony Romo was healthy, You can put him against anybody. But the problem is he kept getting injured. And when you start getting injured, like for example, I'll tell you what the problem was with Carson Wentz's back. Because I can tell you from my own personal experience. When you hurt one part of the body, you compensate for it. When he hurt that knee, you start favoring it, which means you start changing the alignment. Because see, here's what happened to me. I've got two bad knees, okay? This knee, right here, I tore my ACL in high school. It was okay. The other knee, I had a flesh-eating bacteria on it. It ended up being completely screwed up. They had to scrape the bone, okay? Scrape the bone to get the infection out, okay? So what happened is, with that one being really hurt, I started leaning on the other one. So then I started having back problems because it changed the way I was standing. Also, too, it screwed up the other knee because now, instead of the bone sitting like this, they sit like that. And these two have been rubbing like crazy. So with Carson Wentz coming back from the knee injury, probably changed how he was leaning, standing, and everything else. And it shifted his back, causing the back injury problems. It's one of those things. And as you start getting more and more injuries, one will start leading into another. And it becomes harder and harder to recover from. It's not me hating. I'm not hating on Carson Wentz. I don't wish anybody to get hurt in the NFL. I don't want these guys to be in pain like I am, and I'm only 53 years old. So understand, I'm not hating. I'm telling you what's going on. And if you don't like hearing the sugar-coated version, I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you like it is. I'm not going to bullshit you. So back to what my original premise was. The Cowboys have gotten young. But the good thing about doing that is you've got these guys for about 3 or 4 years. The fact that you now have Tony Pollard, that you're using some with Zeke, the fact that you're now passing the ball around to multiple guys means you're going to keep these guys' careers longer, because you cannot take 25, 30 times of carrying the ball and think that that career is going to be any length of time. DeMarco Murray, we ran him into the ground. Great season, but he was never really the same after that. And you don't want to do that to Zeke Elliott now that you basically have committed yourself to 4 years. You basically, on the chain for 4 years. So you want to make sure that you use him properly where his career will be prolonged through that time. You want to prolong that so that way you say, listen, Dax Young stays healthy. Zeke Elliott, we got 4 good years, hopefully, of him if we use him right. We've got young wide receivers. You look at this team and you say, okay, the next 4 years with the talent that we have, if we keep adding a couple more young guys to the mix and keep the right ones, you say, we could be in a good position to be dominant and have a dynasty over the next few years. How you doing, Kevin? Hey, Philly. So understand, youth is where you want to be. So when you bring in a guy like Eric Berry, who is literally on 1 foot, you're stunning the growth of these younger guys, and you don't know what he really has. And you don't want to put him out here now that the season is here, cold after not playing really for 3 years, and risk having him get beat by somebody. So that's where I'm like, you know what? Instead of signing Eric Berry, I'm good with the guys we have. I'll take Kevon Frazier right now over Eric Berry. I'll take Devin Smith over Eric Berry. And amen to that, Audrey. Every player is one hit away from, their career being over. They won't start Wilson, Mark. You never know. You never know. Dak for president. Okay. Donovan Wilson. Yeah. I'm sorry, Donovan. My mind is just like going 1,000 miles a minute here. So forgive me. Some people kind of ticked me off a little bit. And you know what? I'm getting tired of taking stuff. I'm tired of people that are just bandwagons, because that's where you guys know, you guys that have been hardcore with me the whole time, I appreciate you being true diehard fans. I don't like the fake fans that we have, and unfortunately, I hate to say it, but sometimes they're right that we do have a bunch of bandwagon fans, because that blue looks so good, that star, you see that palace in Dallas and stuff. So yeah, when times are good, you definitely want to be there and be part of it, but you don't want to take the crap. You don't want to put in the work for it. Brush it off, Mark. They are irrelevant. You're right. Okay, I'm going to brush it off. Hello, friends. Mark Holmes here. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. So, what we originally started with was Taco Charlton is no longer a Dallas Cowboy. And no, I do not want Jalen Ramsey because, in my mind, a lot more talent. Guy can play, but that's the kind of guy that can be a cancer. Where's Jobu? Jobu is down in the man cave, well, at the desk. He doesn't get in the shop too much because he doesn't want to get dusty. So, that's all I have to say about that. And I'm going to go ahead and get this other one. Look at it. Now, is that a glass rack or is that a glass rack? Football. Woo. A football laces. So tomorrow I will, after doing my regular day job stuff, I'll go through. No, it's not a fence. It's laces. Football laces. Football laces. It's supposed to look like the laces on a football. I try so hard. Lord knows I try. I try so hard. Lord, I try so hard. They're football laces, and they're basically to go behind my bar so that way I can get more stuff. You're going to piss me off again. I'm not pissed off. I am just actually very, very passionate, okay? When it comes to my Cowboys, I'm very, very passionate about them, okay? I'm a die-hard Dallas Cowboy fan. Okay, so here's the thing. Let me say this one more time. Because if you're interested in doing this, you need to do this sooner than later because the way the Cowboys are doing right now, people are like, I want to go. All right? So I've called my posse. I saw a Philly Cowboys fan there because he's invited because my man, he took care of business, helped me out. We're going to try and do a road trip. I don't know how many of my guys can go, but I got to make sure I got enough that we can get down there. I don't think E2 is going to be able to go on this one, but I called my man Clarence. I called my man Daniel Hernandez, my buddy who's in the military stuff. He's in New York right now training. He wants to go. I want to see if I can get Philly Cowboys or Philly Cowboys. You know who you are. Damn it. Get him to go. Clarence. Foots wants to go. Michael Anthony, we get like an expedition and we drive Friday and get there Saturday morning and hang out and do the Dallas Cowboys game with Cowboys Experience. So if you are interested in doing that, tickets are getting hard to get and they're getting to be really, really expensive. So it's one of those things that's better to do sooner than later. Go to Cowboys Experience and tell Barry that Mark Holmes and Jobu Sports Report sent you. I don't know that he can get tickets enough like we did with like Miss Jackie and the crew and all that where we can sit together, but we can tour the Star together. We can hang out at the hotel. We can hang at the Embassy Suites at the airport. So we'll do live streams there. We can sit around having some drinks, talking some trash and everything else, having a good time together. We can ride over to the game together. We can go to Ed Too Tall Jones's tailgate together. We can go to the game together and hopefully celebrate and kicking that Eagle ass. So go sooner than later because Barry's already said, Mark, tickets are going to be hard to get. So that's where I was like, Barry, can you take care of a brother? Can you take care of a brother, okay? Because I tell you, these first 2 weeks of the season have been incredible for me. Going to Dallas, even though we had to drive down, we spent 40 hours driving. Damn, that's almost 2 days. I spent 40 hours driving to get there, but it was worth every minute of it. And, of course, this past weekend, oh, my God, I'm mad at myself that I didn't take videos and things, but I was so busy trying to make sure everybody was eating and having a good time. I got some pictures that I got to get out there. But we had about 400 people come through there. We went through 100 pounds of chicken wings, 100 pounds of pulled pork, 20 pounds of shrimp for my Bang Bang shrimp sliders. I mean, we just went through some food, and we had a freaking ball. So what am I cooking today? Actually, what I'm cooking today, I've got a pot of chicken broth going right now with some chicken in there so that way I can have some chicken tacos, not tacos Sundays with Taco Charlton. No. where I'm just gonna have like the chicken, so we have it for making chicken salad and chicken stuff. But I'm gonna actually make like noodles. So I've got some miracle noodles. I've been bad. I've been bad. I, it's amazing how people watch and literally look for anything that they can get you on. They are looking for a gotcha moment on it. Okay, I mean seriously. I had a person earlier this week who emailed me and said, "You're not doing keto. You're lying to people." When was the last time I did a keto video? Anybody? Anybody? Because I haven't been doing any keto videos since just before the Dallas game. I've been kind of half on and off keto, but I have not been telling anybody I've been doing it. In fact, I'll be first to admit, because I'm 247 now. I put on 6 pounds since I stopped doing my keto stuff. But it's just because going to Dallas on the road, I need sugar. I need stuff to keep me awake. I needed stuff because I was just like, I'm driving literally through the night with no sleep. So I ate some shit, drank some sodas, had some drinks, had a great time. But I'm getting back on there because I got to get back in shape. So I'm cooking chicken broth and stuff. So we have chicken broth to go. And I'm going to be doing like some noodles. You good, bro? Keep living. I'm hoping I'll keep living. But at this age, there's no guarantees. You made a deer roast every year for the first game of the year, every year. Okay. I'm not crazy about deer. I'll be honest. No more tacos. You're in. Okay, so again, make sure when you call Cowboys Experience, okay, or email them, tell them that Jobu Sports Report, that listen, Mark Holmes sent you. I want to go to the Eagle game. Save me a place. So do it sooner. Don't wait. Don't wait till 2 weeks. Don't. I'm telling you. Don't wait for 3 weeks. It's the 20th. It's a month away. So if you're serious about doing it, you better grab yourself a spot because, as the team keeps winning, and here's what's going to happen. We're going to beat Miami this week. We got a good chance to go to New Orleans and win there. The Dallas Cowboys will be the toast of the town, and everybody and their sister is going to want to be there. So don't wait. If you want to go on a game, get in touch with Cowboys Experience ahead of time. Those guys are going crazy right now. They just got back to Dallas yesterday. No, Monday. They just got back to Dallas Monday, and I'm talking to Barry, and Barry's like, man, I said, Barry, can you get this? He's like, I'm going to have to get back to you on Monday. I got to talk to my ticket guy and everything else. And I'm like, well, I'm telling people to try and come so we can hang out. And he's like, yeah, tell them to do it sooner or later. Mark, how much? 500. It depends. Okay, here's the thing. They have different, it's like a la carte. A la carte, okay? So it's different prices for different things. Like you can be up in the 400 level, or you can be a party pass. They've got the hotel and stuff that we stay at, Embassy Suites, unless you're a high roller and you want to be in the Gaylord. I can't do that. I don't have that kind of money. But depending on what you want to do, they've got the tour of the star, the tour of the stadium, they've got the tailgate. So you can pick and choose what you want to do. The great thing about it is they'll pick your ass up at the airport, and you don't need a car. They'll take you to Lava Cantina for the autograph signing. Transportation is provided. They'll take you to the game. They'll take you to the tour of the star of the stadium. They'll take you back to the airport. So you don't have to worry about you. You just have to get to Dallas, and they take care of you. And so it's just a matter of what level you want to do. So if you're interested on that, call them sooner than later. I'm telling you, because it's going to go quick. I didn't think about going on that game at first, but I may have a reason that I have to stay in Dallas for a couple extra days. That will be, I mean, huge. It's one of those type of things. So I said, well, since I may have to be in Dallas during the week, maybe I should go to the game on Sunday. And that's where I kind of started doing it. What's the most I've spent? Most I've spent on a whole package? Well, here's another thing too. Keep in mind, you can like for example, we had me, Michael Anthony, and E2 Blue. We were all in the same room, so it's a suite hotel. So there's like 2 queen size beds. Then there's another room that's in there. So there's a sofa and there's a couple of chairs and stuff in there. So we've had like 4 people, 5 people in the room because we got like a cot and stuff and things like that. Now I'm not sleeping in bed with nobody else, so don't get it twisted. Not unless my wife were going, but that would be kind of funny. You sleep with her in bed. No, okay, but anyway. So if you end up doubling up or tripling up or quadrupling up in the room, it'll cost a lot less than if it is that I just want my own room. Okay, I just need space. I need the whole. Screw that. You're there for football. Who's gonna sleep? You're gonna be hanging out in the lobby, having some drinks, live streaming with Jobu Sports Report because I'm not like sleepy from driving all through the night. You're going to be going to the tailgate. You're going to be going to the game. You're going to be, I mean, who worries about a room? So check it out. You know, he'll take good care of you. Tell him I sent you. He'll give you a good rate. So, you guys can see I'm a little hyped up right now. In case you didn't know, I'm what they mean by a football addict, okay? I am truly living and dying. Oh, Maui, I absolutely positively love what Kellen Moore is doing using play action, opening up the playbook, and actually making the offense like a modern offense. I want to know how Scott Linehan feels right now. I wonder if Scott Linehan feels like an idiot for having that kind of firepower and not knowing what to do with it. And seeing a young pup take the team that he had and do this with it. I wonder if he feels old, feels stupid. He should if he doesn't. Because you got a young guy who literally turned that team around. How crazy would it be if we were like a top 5 offense this season? If Dak continued to be a top 5 quarterback? Hold your ears for a second. Absolutely, positively love to see that happen. So all those people who talked about my quarterback, all those people who told me I'm an idiot, that you're, believe in fairy tales, that Dak Prescott will be flipping burgers in a couple of years, I want at the end of the year to tell them to go suck it. Kiss my high yellow ass. That's what I want to be able to do. And here's something I wonder too. Here's going to be an interesting question. Let's say hypothetically that this isn't all smoke and mirrors that we're seeing with Dak right now. I'm not going to, no ifs, cans, and buts or nuts. We'd all have a Merry Christmas. I'm not going to think about if we had gotten T.J. Watt. We didn't get T.J. Watt. Doesn't matter. He's not coming. Best thing we can do about Taco, T.J. Watt, and all that stuff is just say, oh, well, didn't happen, and move on. It's not worth focusing on. Let's just focus on the guys that we have right now that are on our team, the ones that are there, the ones that want to be there, the ones that realize they can do something special. Not the crybabies, not the whiners, not the people we passed on. Let's focus on the guys that we got. Because we're all we got, man. CMB. CMB. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes. The East is ours. Don't count on that just yet, man. I'm not. Listen, as much as I talk trash, the Eagles still have some players on that team, and they have a soft schedule towards the end. Well, uh, Jametta, Washington, email me at CowboysMark94, and I'll see what I can do for you. Okay? What's wrong with it? Glad I got this together. So, whew. How y'all feel about Tucker? Michael is he's out doing deliveries. He works for DoorDash. He's working on saving up to buy a house, and I ain't mad at him. I'm actually very proud of him. And my daughter's coming home this weekend. Yay! I can't wait to see her. So that's where we are. Yeah, D. Yeah, we were. Believe me, you must have just got to the party because we were going over that, and people were saying that I'm hating. It's amazing, you know. It's amazing how people will assume things without really knowing. Well, Brian, you know what, Brian? At some point, that's got to break. It can't last forever. And here's the thing, in the back of my mind, ugh, I'm superstitious. I know, it's hard to believe that a guy with a voodoo doll is superstitious. But the thing that scares me is, under Jason Garrett, whenever the Cowboys have won their first game, they failed to make the playoffs. Now, I'm hoping we get a win this weekend against Miami. If we do, that goes a long way to helping us get there. The Eagles are playing the Lions. Was it the Lions they play this weekend? I think it's the Lions. The Lions, the Lions might be playing the Eagles at the right time because they're going to be short wide receivers. And, the Lions did get that win this past week. You never know what can happen. So if we can get another win this weekend, and if we can win 2 of the next 3, that puts us in a really good position. We got a tough schedule as the season goes downhill. I have my shirts. I have online Teespring Jobu store. If you use Power 4 is a discount code. You get 20% off. If we make the playoffs, and I'm not saying that's a guarantee right now, things could change the NFL in a heartbeat. Ask Pittsburgh. Ask New Orleans. I had a thought here and I forgot what it was. I got PTIs on over here. Eli Manning, backup quarterback. Wow. Yeah, you know what's going to happen? It's not going to be like preseason for Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is going to look like some hot garbage. And then it's going to be like, people are going to be, we want Eli back. It's like, it's too late. You can't go back. It's done. It's over with. You got to go with that die now. Yeah, it's going to be bad. But that's their problem, not mine. First black head coach. Well, here's the thing. Joseph, hey, how are you doing? The thing actually, if the Dallas Cowboys offense continues to play the way they're playing, guess who's going to be a head coaching candidate? Somebody's going to look and say, I want Kellen Moore. She might lose that guy. Defense comes around the way it's supposed to. Somebody can look at it and say, I want Chris Richard. I want that guy. The team does really well. We re-signed Jason Garrett, but the guys that got us there may be gone. But then again, at the moment, I'll settle for us winning big. How about that? Let me not worry. Let me not get the horse before the cart. All right. So I got those done. I should sand that cabinet over there and get the tongue oil on it. Tony, yeah, email me. Tony, what I miss with Tony? Yeah, but you know what? Money talks, BS walks, you know? It's one of those things that the coaching staff would be happy if these guys get great jobs. Designing shirts, Tony. Tony designs shirts? No, definitely email me and things. I try to keep up with stuff, but it's hard for me to. You guys just don't know. Between just trying to keep up with the Cowboys, that's a full-time job. And then I have a full-time job at trying to be a cabinet maker and carpenter. And then I'm also a husband, so I got to make sure I take care of mama, you know? So I miss things all the time. Okay, Tony. They always ball after Dallas. Well, understand too, here's the other thing you're going to be facing is the Cowboys will be getting team's best shot. Because the best way to make your name, if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. And now that the Cowboys are playing well, the secret's out. Now it's going to be they are after you. If you like Devin Smith, hit the like button. Okay. I hope you're right. What's happening? Taco Charlton has been officially released by the Dallas Cowboys. Derek Freeman, thank you very much. Oh, you had a great time? I'm glad, Derek. I'm glad you did. You're not Derek. Derek, were you on the grill? Derek, is that you, Derek? Um, well, thank you. I'm glad your kids love my channel. I'll try to keep that in mind and watch my potty mouth. Cowboys trade number one for Jamal. I wouldn't be mad about Jamal Adams because, see, there's a difference there. He's not saying I want to get out of town. He's not happy with being benched, and they shouldn't have benched him. He's more of the heart and soul of that team as opposed to Jalen Ramsey being just a loudmouth, big, me guy. There's a big difference between those two. No, I'm the twin. Oh, I got you, Derek. Got you. I met so many. I'm mad at myself because I met so many people that I cannot remember names. I apologize for that. I won't go back there because here's the thing: Taco wasn't going to crack the lineup anyway. You got Kerry Hayter, you've got Christian Covington, you've got now Robert Quinn coming back. We'll be okay. Well, Black Bell, get in touch with Cowboys experience sooner than later. I'm telling you, it's going to be a hard thing, so you want to make sure you give them as much time as possible for that one. So, I'm looking forward to that one big time. Big time. Ray Charles Johnson, I'm a believer of Dak too. There you go. I have been since I saw him in the Senior Bowl. I don't want Des back. Sorry. Don't want Des back. No need for Des. We are so deep at wide receiver, we don't need Des. 2020, what? I have no idea. I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking about this season right now. Yeah. Well, the thing with Taco is understand where we were when we drafted Taco. And this is why the Cowboys, everybody said, well, they need a safety. Cowboys need a safety. They got to be drafting a safety. They had some up there. But they realized when you reach for a guy, what happens when you need a guy? You start believing that guy may be better than what they really are because you need it. Because, oh, man, I need that guy. So, yeah, he looks really, really good. And that's where you get fooled. And that's where the Cowboys took Taco. If you watch that draft, and I remember being there in Philadelphia, and I probably still smell like crap from being there. You could see all the edge rushers were going off the board real, real quick. And the Cowboys realized if we don't take somebody now, then we won't have a chance in the second round. They didn't believe in T.J. Watt because he's not the length that they like. They like guys that are 6'4", 6'5", taller guys on the edge. So he didn't fit their bill, so they said, we're not going to take that guy. Taco is raw. Maybe we can mold him into stuff. He's got the raw tools. We can fit him into our system. And they reached for him. And unfortunately, He has the tools, but he doesn't have the desire. And that's why when you looked at this draft, when they said, yeah, we really need a safety, we're not going to do there. And also, too, you have to understand Chris Richard's philosophy is you win from the line out. And they took Tristan Hill knowing that he's a guy who, he's young, he's going to need some time to develop, but he's a guy that has some skills. Amen on that, Bobby. Des Bryant's best years were 2014 and before. Yeah, and you're right on that one too. That Des he's one of those me guys, and I'm okay with him not being back. Alan Hearns is actually in Miami. We released him. Yeah, okay. Once they said earlier today that they're looking for a trade partner, but if not, we're going to release him. If you had an idea that you wanted Taco, why would you go ahead and give the Cowboys something for him? It was kind of like the Orlando Scandrick thing. Orlando Scandrick, was getting beat. He was having problems staying healthy. So, they said, we're looking for somebody to trade with, but, if we can't, we'll release him. Well, you just wait. That's what the Redskins did. They waited and they signed him and they released him. So go figure. They had till 3. If Dez was here, he would just complain about not getting the ball enough. Yeah. Make room for a safety. Well, here's the thing about Stephen Jones. And you got to at least appreciate what Stephen Jones has done. Stephen Jones has stabilized the franchise. We stopped doing a lot of crazy moves like we used to. When you think about some of the trades we made for guys like Roy Williams and some of the free agent signings where we spent a boatload of money, like on Brandon Carr or Greg Hardy, we don't make those moves anymore. We look for guys that are substance, guys that are underrated, and guys that fit their system of what they're doing. And that's why they've been able to accumulate so much talent on this team. And make no mistake about it, we have a lot of talent. And having these guys on the second level is already paying off, because when you have a Tyrone Crawford that's hurt, now we got Robert Quinn coming back. When you have Michael Gallup is going to be out, you've got Devin Smith that's there. So we've got guys that are good, that are stepping up. The next man up is not a Chaz Green. So I feel great about that. Yeah, you're right. We can get a safety, but the question is what safety you going to get? Well, here's the thing. No, not for what. Okay, Mika Fitzpatrick. They wanted. I mean, look what they gave up. And here's the thing that I think that. Here's the thing with the Steelers. You got to understand that if he's actually having the Tommy John surgery, he may never come back. And so if you are Pittsburgh, you're not winning more than 3 or 4 games. I'm sorry. Pittsburgh is not winning games this year, which means that you would be in the top of the draft, which means that would have given you an opportunity to try and maybe reach up a little further to get a franchise quarterback to replace Big Ben. Even if Big Ben comes back, how many more years do you have? And how soon will you be back high enough that you can draft a quarterback again? You're not. So giving up that draft pick for Fitzpatrick, who's a great player, you may look back and say, damn, we could have had the next Big Ben. So that's one of those ones that I'm not sure I would have done that. If I were a team that thought, I'm ready to win a Super Bowl and he may be the guy to get me over it, yeah, I can look at giving up that pick. Because the difference is for us is if things continue like they should, our draft pick is going to be closer to a second round than really being a first. The Steelers could be a top 10, so it's a whole lot different compensation. But I wouldn't have given up that first round. Second round and maybe a player, okay, but not the first round for him, no. Yeah, that 2016 draft was a beast, an absolute positive beast. Beasley who? I like that. Oh, man. Kevon Frazier to Colin. Okay. Well, Devin Wilson, he's gonna have an opportunity. Yeah, I have to agree. That's my personal take. Time will tell on that one. But to me, you got to understand, quarterback is the thing. And if you're saying that, okay, we can get a quarterback because they're going to need one sooner than later. Is Austin back this week? I'm not sure if he is. I got to look at to see who practiced. I've been kind of busy. Right, and that was and the thing with Fitzpatrick is he wants to play corner, not safety, because he knows that's where you're gonna get paid. Well, yeah, that Buffalo game, it's gonna be he's gonna look sad that game, looking across and seeing the Cowboys. So, well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead, get cleaned up, and I got to take care of some things and all that. But any news and catch up on the news on the Cowboys. We've been here for an hour for this impromptu live stream. Thank everybody who came in and watched and everything else. I appreciate it. I apologize for not being here Monday night, but I was actually doing a good cause charity event. It's kind of funny. Oh, oh, good news with Zeke Elliott is people are really working on him to make sure he does not get into trouble again. I'll give you that much. I won't say who told me that, but I've got it from somebody who definitely knows what they're talking about. Um, do your thing, Mark. Okay, well, nah, I'm gonna take a break, man. My voice is still hoarse from the Redskin game, and standing here, my knee is killing me too. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. But I will be back later on with news on the Cowboys as soon as I figure out what's what and who's who. So everybody, I hope you're having a great Wednesday. We are over the hump. Tomorrow we got football again. Not necessarily good football, but we got football. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you guys soon.